This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Chelsea. Chelsea is a champion surfer, so she's accustomed to moving super fast, which is why she relies on super fast broadband brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It keeps her family sharing and surfing and saving each month. Combined, she bundles her Flow mobile, home phone, and TV services, so she can enjoy much more for much less, and so can you. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Monday, May the 30th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. In our top story, Prime Minister Freundel Stuart is warning that Barbadians cannot expect anytime soon a significant relaxation of government's tight fiscal measures. Now, Prime Minister Stuart told a monthly meeting of his St. Michael South constituency branch at the Bay Primary School last evening that despite the country returning to a growth path now, no unreasonable action should be taken to interfere with that trend.
Our policies have been working, and we have to continue to make the effort we've been making to ensure that that growth is sustainable so that the benefits can be felt by people in the society. I just want to say this though, because I have said that the economy is on a growth path again, does not mean that we can afford to be reckless. If you have had a serious operation and you're in the hospital and you were being fed intravenously because you could not feed yourself and because it was not safe to allow you to feed yourself or to eat what you want or drink what you want, because the stage has been reached where you no longer have to be fed intravenously, but you can now feed yourself, and because the doctor says now that you don't have to be on drips anymore, it does not mean that you should get up from your hospital bed and run around the garrison.
And Education Minister Ronald Jones has broken his silence over the recent decision by members of the Barbados Union of Teachers to stage protest action against his refusal to meet with the general body to discuss a number of grievances and a call by the beauty leadership for him to resign if he was tired of running the ministry. But speaking at last evening's St. George South constituency branch meeting at the St. Luke's Church Hall, Jones's message to the teachers was clear. He had no intention of stepping down and was in it for the long haul. He said he was surprised at the protest action, having met with the union on February 5th and March 4th, where he was of the understanding that most of the issues had been resolved.
You're going to tell me that you're withdrawing your labor. And using nowadays a so-called clever trick that's saying you're having a meeting. I wanted to make it absolutely clear that the Ministry of Education cannot tell a union when it should have its meetings. But it cannot have its meetings in a situation where the people that you're dealing with are there. You could have your meetings if you want to have your meetings between 4 and 3 o'clock. That means you're taking your service away from the clients. If you want to have it from 6 o'clock to 8:45, that's your right. If you want to have it at lunchtime, that is your right. If you want to have it from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock the next morning, that's not my business. That's your right. But from the time you use the time of your contract for service. Of service. To put it away, you are denying the employer access to your labor. It is simple. I did not write the Public Service Act.
Minister Jones also expressed misgivings about the beauty leadership's demand for formally meeting him when he already told them he and his top ministry officials were just a telephone call away based on past relationships.
So thank you for the letter. Thank you for any marching up and down in the park, or the gymnasium, or for any noise. That doesn't call for that. That calls on using your resources at your disposal. unasked for. And then you call for respect, but you practice disrespect.
Opposition MP Kerry Simmons has signaled that his party will be demanding Prime Minister Freundel Stuart to account for the $750 million transferred to statutory agencies without parliamentary approval or securing their ability to repay. Drawing on the Auditor General's latest report on the issue, Simmons told the Christchurch East constituency branch meeting that the opposition's demand will be made during what he suggested was another budget debate around the corner.
We go to Parliament to confront these people on the basis of the fact that first and foremost the Prime Minister of this country must account for where the people's money has gone. It is not good enough that this money is being paid for in human suffering, because that is how they are trying to pay for it. In human suffering. When you lost your housing allowance, the allowance that would be able to ensure that all of you in Christchurch East have an opportunity to repair your home when the year comes and get a little something back for it.
In sports now, West Indies tied their Tri-Nation Series practice match against the South Africans at Port of Spain yesterday. The South Africans made 280 in their 50 overs, but under the Duckworth-Lewis method, the regional side was given 128 to make in 24.1 overs and scored 127 in the allotted overs, but for 3 wickets.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
We're back with news from the region now. Investigators in Trinidad and Tobago are expected to submit a file today to the Director of Public Prosecutions in connection with a bomb threat that shut down Trin City Mall. The material contained in the file to the DPP will determine the fate of a man who is currently in police custody in relation to the bomb threat.
Officers of the Northern Division are expected to approach the Director of Public Prosecutions, Roger Gaspard, for instructions on how to proceed against the 46-year-old man who was detained for questioning in relation to a bomb threat which was called in on Trinity Mall on Thursday. The suspect, said to be from Aruca, has been interviewed by officers of the Northern Division and is reportedly being held at the Arima police station. He has, however, repeatedly denied any involvement in calling in a bomb threat, which resulted in the evacuation of the mall. According to the Express, the man said he had lent his phone to someone who had asked to make a call because that individual had an emergency. He was detained at about midday on Thursday at a bar in Aruca by a team of officers from the Special Branch and Strategic Services Agency. CCTV footage from the establishment has been reviewed, and investigators are expected to take all evidential materials obtained to the DPP by Monday. Sources even noted that they were perusing all possible leads and leaving no stone unturned in this investigation.
And on the international scene, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump says illegal immigrants in the U.S. often get better care than the nation's military veterans. Trump did not provide any evidence for his assertion. He told a bikers rally in Washington, D.C., if he were to become president, it will not be allowed to happen any longer.
It's hard to talk about solemnity when you've got a row going on of all these motorcycle engines, but that's what it's normally like. Except for today, Donald Trump is here, symbolically connecting himself with patriotic, blue-collar, Harley-Davidson-loving America.
And Donald Trump played on those links when he took to the stage. These people are my people, he declared.
Do we love the bikers? Yes. We love the bikers.
And then came the pitch this audience wanted to hear.
We're going to rebuild our military, and we're going to take care of our veterans. Our veterans have been treated so badly.
The crowds in Washington for today's rally were huge. Many more will have watched on television. Courting the bikers and veterans isn't pandering to a tiny minority. This vote is big, and Donald Trump is determined to make it his own.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. Have a fantastic day.